Hello and welcome to our today's session. Today we are going to discuss about an interesting poem. But before moving on towards the poem, I would like to introduce you with one new word, that is curiosity. Children, do you know what is curiosity? Curiosity is a strong desire to know or learn something. Curiosity is the ability to seek and acquire new knowledge, skills, and ways of understanding the world. If there weren't curious people, there would be no medicines, no cars, no internet, and no recipes. In fact, we might be living in a cave. Children, take a moment to look around you. Almost everything you see was created by someone's curiosity. Let me explain. Have you heard the name of Alexander Graham Bell? Alexander Graham Bell wondered what it would be like to be able to talk to someone living far away rather than waiting on the mail. So he invented the telephone. Then you know Henry Ford. Henry Ford wondered what it would be like to be able to travel longer distances faster. So he invented the motor vehicle, that is car. Then we know about Thomas Alva Edison. He wondered what it would be like to be able to see well in the darkness without the use of candles. So he invented the light bulbs. Then we know about the Wright brothers. They invented the aeroplane. So, the truth is, very little happens in the world around us without curiosity. We learn, grow, and improve from curiosity. The great things is that not only all of us are born curious, but we are curious every day. Surprised? Now here you will ask, how? So, here are the examples. When you ask a question about something to learn more, you are being curious. When you wonder why something is the way it is, that is being curious. When you try something new, you are being curious. Being curious about the world around you is a great habit to develop. It makes life more interesting. It gets rid of boredom and it can help you to make the world a better place. In the words of Walt Whitman, we can say, be curious, not judgmental. Also, in the words of Albert Einstein, what he says, I am neither clever nor especially gifted. I am only very, very curious. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. So, with this discussion, we will move on towards our poem, that is Why. First of all, we will read and then I will explain the poem. See, what is the poem? I know a curious little boy who is always asking why. Why this, why that, why then, why now? Why not, why by the by? He wants to know why wood should swim, why lead and marble sink, why sun should shine and wind should blow, and why we eat and drink. He wants to know what makes the clouds and why they cross the sky. Why sinks the sun behind the hills and why the flowers die? Some of these whys are not too hard, to answer if you will try. Others, no one ever yet has found the reason why. So, this is our poem. Now, see what is the first stanza. In the first stanza, the poet is telling us about a little and curious boy. What he says? I know a curious little boy who is always asking why. Here, the poet is explaining that he knows a little boy. How is this boy? This boy is very curious. He is always asking the question, why? Now, what are the questions he is asking? He is asking, why this? Why that? Why then? Why now? Children, you are also asking so many questions like, why this is happening? Why now? Why not later? So, in the same way, this boy in the poem is very curious and he is asking the questions. Now, see, here I would like to explain you why by the by this phrase. By the by is a phrase that is used when there is a long silence and the speaker wants to ask a question. By the by is a phrase that is said before making a comment, that is used with unrelated or which is not related to the previous topic of conversation. Now moving on to the second stanza. He wants to know why wood should swim, why lead and marble sink. Again here the poet is giving the example of the questions asked by the boy. The questions, if you will see, these questions will show you that the boy is very keen observer. He has good observation skills. What he is asking? Why wood should swim? Why wood swims? Why lead and marble sink? Swim means floating and sink means going down. Then why sun should shine and wind should blow? Why wind blow? Why sun shines? And why we eat and drink? Children, being a student of science, you know most of the answers. Like why wood should swim? Why lead and marble sink? So here in science you have seen what causes objects to sink or float. The density of an object determines whether it will float or sink. An object will float if it is less dense than the liquid it is placed in, and an object will sink if it is more dense than the liquid it is placed in. Wood floats because it is less dense. Wood is made up of fibers and there is space in between these fibers. Lead and marble sinks because of their density. Their density is more. Objects like stones, coins, nails are denser than water and they sink as we put them into the water. So this is the answer for why lead and marble sink, why wood should swim. Like this, try to find out the answers of the questions asked by the boy. Now what is his next question? Why sun should shine and wind should blow? That is a natural phenomena. So he is asking the question. Then why we eat and drink? Because as we know, we want energy, we want to sustain, so we have to eat and drink. Now next stanza, he wants to know what makes the clouds and why they cross the sky. What are his questions? What makes the clouds? Why they cross the sky? So, being the student of science, again you know that clouds are created or formed when water evaporates from rivers, ponds, oceans and lakes. You have learned in the water cycle. water vapor turns into liquid water droplets. These water droplets form on tiny particles like dust. They are floating in the air. And we generally see that the clouds float. Why? The water and ice particle in the clouds we see are simply too small to feel the effect of gravity, and as a result clouds appear to float on air. So in this way the explanation for the questions asked by the curious boy in the poem. Again, what he is asking: why sinks the sun behind the hill? Why the flowers die? So these are the questions asked by the boy, that why sun shines, why sun sets, why the flowers die. Now again in the last stanza, the poet is giving the explanation that some of these whys are not too hard to answer if you will try. So here the poet is telling us that if you will try to answer the questions asked by the boy, you can give the answer easily because they are not too hard. And just now in the explanation I have given the answers. So you also try to find out the answers. So what the poet is saying, some of these whys are not too hard to answer if you will try. If you will try, you will find out that the questions asked by this boy are not too hard. They are easy. And others no one ever yet has found the reason why. But some of the questions are there which we have accepted as fact, and no one has tried to find the answer for that questions. So this is all about our poem Why. Now we will come and we will see what are the new words. So the new words are curious, laid, marble, sink, reason. So what is curious? Curious means eager to know something. What is lead? Lead is a heavy metal. Marble is a little glass ball used by children to play. Sink means to go down below the surface of water. Reason means a cause. So these are the new words. Now coming to next part, reading is fun. There are some questions. See the first question. Name a few things that sink. You can write the name of the things which can sink. For example, lead, marble, bricks, stone, etc. Now list 3 questions that the little boy asks. The little boy has asked many questions. From that, any 3 you can write. Like, why wood should swim? Why sun should shine? Why wind should blow? So, any 3 you can write. What sort of boy is described in the poem? The 3 options are given: sad, curious, brave. So, our option is curious. Now, Ram is a curious little boy. He is always asking questions. One day he came home and asked his grandfather questions like, why can't we look at the sun during a solar eclipse? Why can't we touch the sun? Why can't we go out to play in the dark? Children, you have to discuss about these questions and try to find out the answers. Here, I will help you for some answers like, why can't we look at the sun during a solar eclipse? So, here is the answer. We can't look at the sun during a solar eclipse as the sun radiation can harm our eyes. It can blind you. Why can't we touch the sun? We can't touch the sun because it is far from us. Also, the sun is so hot that its heat is unbearable. Why can't we go out to play in the dark? We can't go out to play in the dark because our eyes can't see clearly in the dark. So we will not be able to see anything and can even fall down while playing. Now coming to next question, that is word building. Fill in the blanks with the words from the poem which rhyme with the colored words in the sentences. First is, why is the so high? So why is the sky so high? Do you know the color of? Now we have to use one word which is rhyming with no. So we can say, do you know the color of snow? Have you found who made the sound? Put the glass in the sink after you finish your drink. Means you have to write the words which are rhyming with the colored words. Now next question is, the spellings of these questions or these words are jumbled. Put them right and make sentences of your own. First is WOKN. So if you will put them in the right order, it will become KNOW. Now use this word in your own sentence, like you can say, I know the answer, I know the reason. Like this, any sentence you can form. WISM, it will become SWIM. So and sentence you can write, I love to swim in swimming pool, I love to swim in summer season. Swimming is a very good exercise. Like this you can write. DAEL, it will become LEAD. So you can write this word in your own sentence. Lead can sink in water. Lead is heavy metal. Then BLARME. If you will put it right, it will become MARBLE. So sentence, children love to play with marbles. I have a lot of colorful marbles. Like this you can write the sentence. Then LLIHS, it will become HILLS. So you can write, the hills are very steep. I go for evening walk near the hills. Like this, any sentence you can form. Now discuss and write. Why do cats and dogs fight? Generally we see that cats and dogs are fighting. So what is the reason? Cats and dogs fight because they are fearful of each other. They aren't friendly to each other. Why do we walk across the road and not run? While crossing the road, we do not run because running may lead to accidents. Instead, we walk while judging the vehicles on the road and thus save ourselves as well as others. If we run, we might meet with an accident. So, these are the questions. Let us see next. Why do people like ice cream? Now it is summer season, so everyone likes to eat ice cream. So what is the reason? People like ice cream because it is a cool dessert. It has good taste. It has many flavors. So people like ice cream. Now write down at least 2 questions using why. Here you have to write on your own by using the question word why. Here I am giving example. You can write your own answer. Why have you not finished your homework? Why is the sky blue? Why do flowers have fragrance? Like this, try your own sentences. Now here in fun time there is very interesting activity. What you have to do here? Here you have to paint with onion halves and bottle tops. What you need? 2 onion halves, 2 bottle tops, watercolor plate for mixing the color. And here the method is also given. Take an onion, cut it into half, mix some paint of any color with a little water in a plate, dip the cut side of the onion into the color, then press it on a paper to make designs. Press the bottle top into the center of the design. You can use another color for the other onion half and the other bottle top. In this way you have to do the painting. So here we end our today's session, and I request you children, you also observe the nature around you and try to be curious like this boy and try to find out questions as well as answers to that questions. So thank you, have a nice day and take rest. Next session we will discuss any interesting topic. Till then, goodbye.